Hey, Facebook and internet, YouTube, whatever. This is on Facebook Live. Let's see, it's Sunday, January 21st, 2024. It's 11:34 a.m. I don't know, had a little breakfast over at Mary Ann's earlier. Had a little southern omelet, was pretty good. Chatting up with a few folks over there. It wasn't a bad little breakfast experience over at Mary Ann's, the corner of just Memorial Parkway and Route 28. So I have that whole corner covered. I go to 99's and Mary Ann's. I have not gone to the poker room. I am not inclined to play any poker, whatever, because I'd probably lose my shirt. Hi, yeah, my son left his charger. Kids these days, he's on his way back to university or college, or whatever. I was actually, he's going back to start his spring semester. So he did leave it plugged in. These silly little kids. Hey, it's good though, actually. So when I answer the phone, the recording pauses and it just picks up where we left off. I like that. That's kind of cool. I like this little feature of Facebook Live. So anyway, I've shedded my. I was supposed to wear I mistook. I was supposed to wear my Bentley Falcons one. It was their turn on the rotation, the hoodie rotation, but I mistook it. I put the other blue one on, with the same color, the Salem High Blue Devil, which is I actually like it better because it's more of a hockey jersey. It was so cheap. It was only $30. That was probably the best value I've gotten. Because like the other one, the first one I got was like $90. The UNH one at the game was like, and it's not, it doesn't even have freaking pockets. It's like, that was a rip. This one, the high school one, is freaking awesome. I love it. And it kind of reminds me of the UNH hockey one I got too, which I love too. That was more than $30, but it was still a good. Actually, it was cheaper than it was $90. So, the worst value I got was when I got the football game back on September 30th of last year, 2023, when UNH played somebody, and it was a good game, but they lost. It was a very tight game. Wasn't a lot of defense. It was a lot of offense. And then we had dinner at some Mexican restaurant. And that was the day before, because that was the night I took off from karaoke. So I did karaoke on the 28th, 29th. That was Thursday, Friday. 28th in Boston. That's when I sang Heartache Tonight. And the 29th, that was my first time at Oscars ever. And then I went back to Oscars night, and I did it continuously every night until I was hoarse I was sick one night. I think it was like December 17th. So I went like 2.5 months straight of doing karaoke every freaking night. So anyway, but that needs to be laundered. So I think so next time. So when UNH, well, I guess I don't know. So I'm gonna go back to. I'm wearing UMass hoodie. I'm not gonna like whatever. I'm gonna go to UMass tonight, and I'll use the when it's Salem, New Hampshire in the rotation. You put the Bentley one, and I'll just start fresh over again. So no big deal. But yeah, actually, the pockets and that belly one is kind of. I got that from Amazon too, so probably isn't the greatest. But I mean, I got a few from Amazon, but that one's probably not the best one. The Bentley one, it's not as. It's probably was more money. Actually, it wasn't that expensive because it was Amazon. But so that's I do. I'm wearing the UNH. This is the. I don't know. It's like a wicking type of thing, whatever. For the UNH Wildcats, it's a Nike. Nike makes the best one I actually have is the best quality one probably is the St. John's Prep one. I guess it was like $70, but it's a champion one, so the quality is sublime. It's so good. It's like that's up there. That's a really good one. So I don't know, enough hoodie talk, I guess, right now. But anyway, what I want to discuss is that around 7:29 p.m. last night, when I was just piddling around over here looking at stuff on my iPads and iPhones. I was supposed to put an iPhone because I got a phone call from the Hong Kong. Can you freaking imagine the Hong Kong? And there's actually proof of that because that's a screenshot of of the contact is that came in at 7:29 p.m. So I answered it, and then here some guy on the other phone was a male. I didn't know who it was. I didn't really recognize. And he says, "How can I help you?" It sounded like he was answering the phone too. So it sounded like, I mean, unless we were both answering an incoming call. So either that guy's full of shit. He was actually making an outgoing call and pretending he was receiving an incoming call, whoever this unknown Hong Kong employee was, or somebody has the technological ability to like connect incoming calls and and link them together. I mean, like, I guess call separate phones at the same time and then link those phones. That sounds really impressive. They could do that though. If I, if I wanted to call like, a new number person A's number and person B's number, I can ring them both up and then join them together and just have them call each other. That's just like, that would be weird if somebody could do. I mean, I guess not weird. I guess it's possible, but it's either one or the other. I mean, like, because I didn't call him. I didn't. But actually, I called him on the way to the Oscar last night because I wanted to call him to verify this person who texted me on Friday night was actually from the Hong Kong. It was just some person pretending to be from Hong Kong, just as another spam thing, whatever. I don't know, some sort of like somebody from the dark web. The dark web. Those dark webbers, they're dark. They're dark people. That's why on the dark web because they're so dark. See, I'm on the light web. I am the internet. I am on the web of light, of truth, and truth and righteousness. That is what Jack Attack. Jack Attack doesn't operate in the darkness. He operates. I mean, he goes out at night, but he operates in sunshine, in bright. He seeks truth in every truth. So I mean, some things are private and should, but he generally seeks truth in every, like romantic truth. Oh, he is wants to know about romantic truth. He is against romantic lies and deception. Because when people deceive, inveigle, and obfuscate, that's when problems can arise. I won't talk about specifics, but yeah. Do not deceive, inveigle, and obfuscate with Jack Attack. It was actually a motto. It was actually, I think, might have been an episode of the X-Files back in like 1996. There was might have been a title of an episode called "When We Deceive, Inveigle, and Obfuscate." I don't know if I remember the plot, but I remember that those three words together. It seemed so intelligent. Deceive, inveigle, and obfuscate. I won't look up discuss each definition of each word. You know what deceive is, but inveigle and obfuscate, that'll require some research on your part if you want to know those the definitions of those words. Basically, means kind of the same thing. They're similar words. They're similar, whatever. You may call them synonyms, or maybe not. So I don't know. That's a little strange thing going on. Why I got an incoming call from the Hong Kong. I could actually ask this guy who texted me the night. This guy who represented, he was this young guy named Bill. It was actually a manager named Bill. He was a bald guy with glasses. He was there, but I guess he resigned maybe in like December or something like that. I think at some point he resigned. I guess I heard he resigned at least. I was told he resigned. Tiz told me he resigned for a job that was close to us. I guess he said he lived an hour away. He lives an hour away. They wouldn't tell me where he lives. Whatever. That's fine. But I guess he got a job closer in a hospital or something like that. He seemed like he was a quiet guy. I mean, he never sang. Although I just didn't see that guy Dan. There was a Wednesday night, I think it was. It might have been December. Let me see here. Maybe December 23rd, 26th. Maybe December 20th. Wednesday, December 20th, when I was lighting it up with a bunch of songs. This guy Dan sang a song, whatever, and he actually was singing another song. But I was I think I blew him out with like my Michael Bolton song and like To Love Somebody, and I don't know, he didn't follow that probably. I think he doesn't have a bad voice. I don't think he had a Jack Attack little voice, but manager Dan didn't have a bad voice. He might have been the guy that decided to ban me too, because according to this guy Bill, it's a manager's discretion whether somebody's got banned, and he was the manager of the night of, that Wednesday night, Thursday morning, whatever it was, December 27th, 28th. He was the manager. And it may have been his call to ban me when I gave what's her face, the lovely Leona, that receipt expressing that Jack Attack would like to kiss lovely on the mouth. It may have been his call. So I mean, like, that's crazy. I wonder if they're like retrospective. They just like, look, why don't we just tell this guy don't do that again and let him, but not ban him? Because had they not banned me, well, there definitely would have been no roses delivery, because I just would have been back in the hall. It would have been straight. Hey, I just would have been cool. I just would have been just a regular old jacket. Well, and that speaking Jack Attack may never actually. The fact that I'm talking now, these talking videos, may have been a result of me being banned by the Hong Kong. I may have never felt compelled to start talking about shit, whatever stuff, had I not been banned by the Hong Kong. So the Hong Kong may be responsible for the rise of the speaking Jack Attack. If it wasn't for that, then what do you call it? Then there may have been. I got my road. Hold on. I don't want you. My nose is running. I want to take care of my nose, and I don't want to be unsightly. So look away, people. Look away. Look at my ceiling. I don't know. Probably use the breakfast I had. It's triggering a rhinitis reaction. Excuse my bathrooms. Actually, the guys, he doesn't work in here. My guy Steve from Atkinson, originally from Danvers, Mass. He's a great guy. He's coming back to put my side entry door, my detached garage in. Great guy. All right, all right. I just wiped my nose. Sorry, too much information. So anyway, yeah. So if they didn't ban me, then a lot of history, things that resulted after the banning, would not have happened. You know, there would have. I would not be talking right now, probably. I would just be, I don't know, just singing more songs. Who knows? Maybe YouTube would not have terminated me. Because maybe they terminated because of the videos I was putting about discussing the police report and everything else and yada yada. Maybe that was like what they took into consideration in determining, because even though I had the right to do it, it's all public, whatever. They said, well, it's too whatever, it's too this or that, whatever. They made it improve, even though it's perfectly, lawful, whatever. Who knows? I mean, they have wide discretion. So anyway, that's all I got to say about it. If anybody has any ideas or knows why I got a phone call from the Hong Kong last night, if anybody has any theories or just knows outright, they're welcome. Oh, hold on. Stand by. My doorbell. It might be my son. Might be my son. I think he's using a key? Using a key? Oh, I gave him a key, but he does not. Hold on. All right, we're on Facebook Live, by the way, Matthew. You're interrupting my Facebook Live broadcast, for the record. You want to say hello, Facebook? Okay, he says he's saying sorry, but it sounds sarcastic though. But he's getting his cord and he's going back to college. He's going back to the college he attends. Okay, so anyway, sorry for the second interruption. So, where was I? So how's everybody's family doing? Are they all good? You're enjoying the winter? It's so freaking cold out. I mean, it's so cold. It's too cold for Jack Attack. Jack Attack, maybe we should take a couple of days in Florida, Take a little vacay. Maybe, yeah. Maybe we'll go to Phoenix. I'm not going to Phoenix. That sounds like a bad. Maybe I'll go to no, that's probably cold in San Francisco right now. It's probably really cold, really chilly. Maybe I'll go to Key West. Yeah. We'll get whatever. I'll get all, I don't know. All right, my son left. Okay, we'll go back to what was I talking about? I forget what I was talking about. I forget I was talking. I should take notes. Talking about the Hong Kong, and yeah. So I don't know. Talking about the Hong Kong, and if it was the Hong Kong and abandoning me, then there'd be no speaking Jack Attack. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Actually, it's gonna be 3 weeks of me being banned from Sissy K's and not being banned, but forced hiatus this Wednesday. But I don't think I'll be going back there that soon. I think I'm still in a hiatus. I might be banned because I don't know. Because maybe they're just all like buddy over there. They go all, even though they're competitors, they're just like kind of stay united. Who knows? I don't freaking know. Well, if I go back there, they're gonna hear me singing the honk because I'm a loud singer. I am a powerful force. I am a powerful musical entity. So I don't know. That's all. Actually, so I did try to call them on my way to Oscars last night to just inquire about whether this guy Bill was legitimate or not. But both calls went to voicemail. May have been two. May have been a couple of times. So I don't think they want to answer the phone for me. So I don't know. So they don't. I guess they don't like. I don't know. Even though I was a great guy, I don't know. I guess they don't like me. I don't know. I'm gonna cry. But I have Oscars. They like me in Oscars, and they like me at Charlie's, and I don't know. They don't know me at McGarvey's. Not that I know them. I don't think McGarvey's has been a failure, really. Doing karaoke at McGarvey's just seems like a weird. I don't know. It's kind of I guess it's the oldest bar in Manchester, but it's kind of a dive bar supposedly too. So, yeah. So I'm gonna try maybe play the guitar today. Get that rocking. Maybe I'll make some songs Actually, be doing. I talked to that guy, one of the guys from RYC. I talked to a guy from RYC Records, which we're working on a joint thing. I guess these guys are young guys, and this is just like a sideline. When I saw Arthur, I thought it was a big operation, but it is in fact not a big operation. It's like a very small operation. So it's just kind of guys, whatever. So I said, sure, yeah, yeah. They asked they want to use my stuff on their channel, and I'll mention them in my stuff. I guess that's how we'll like scratch each other's backs, apparently. So whether this makes any money for any of us remains to be seen. That's a big question mark. So they seem like nice kids though. So I don't think I want to give these guys. I think I mentioned one of these guys' names, but you just call them RYC Records. Which stands for Rock Your Cock, I guess, which is. I don't know. Sounds a little inflammatory, but hey, whatever. I didn't name. They can name whatever. But they're not incorporated yet. I guess they're going to be incorporated. So they're not really a corporation. They're just unincorporated entities. I don't know. Right now, I guess they're considered like an informal partnership. I learned this through questioning of one of the people I spoke to yesterday. But it was, I don't know. So it's not. They are not. They are not a corporation yet. So they are just a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, like just a thing. Like I don't know, on informal partnership. What to call it? Generally, most partnerships have partnership agreements and that stuff, and it's kind of a formalized thing. But if you just kind of like start working together, I don't know. It's just like I don't know, an association, or I don't know what legal tip, but it's not. And I guess you can act by formal partnership by like through estoppel or something like that. Ever heard of estoppel? Estoppel is kind of a technical legal term. Like you get promissory estoppel, you get collateral estoppel. Jack Attack's getting very legal here, very very legal. If I'm boring any of you. You guys obviously have the right to turn me the fuck off because I'm probably boring myself too. Let me see dictionary. Let's look up the word estoppel. Estoppel. I always loved that. Jack Attack's kind of a legal nerd too. Jack Attack is many things, many things. I like talking to myself in the third person. I kind of like doing that because I like saying the term Jack Attack. If I say I, if I don't say Jack Attack, I'm going to say I. I is bull. I. How can it be I? Jack Attack is musical. Jack Attack. The rhyming. People like hear rhymes. All right, what the hell is going on here? Estoppel. Estoppel. Here we go. Estoppel. 2 P's in estoppel. ESTOPPEO. A bar or impediment preventing a party from asserting a fact or claim inconsistent with a position previously took, either by conduct or words, especially where representation has been relied upon or acted upon by others. Does that make sense to you? So like collateral estoppel. I think that's like what's collateral estoppel? I think with collateral estoppel, like say if you're convicted of killing somebody, right? In a criminal court. So you're convicted of a criminal conviction on your docket, right? And you disputed it. I didn't kill somebody, right? Blah blah blah, right? So a criminal court has determined you killed somebody, all right? So that's a question of fact that a jury, if it's a jury or judge, depending what kind of trial it was, file you guilty, right? So then say the estate of the person you killed sues you for civil damages, right? Now, so it's a civil trial, because you say you have money too, because if you don't have any money, it's kind of pointless, but they still may sue you. But if you're a rich guy, you kill somebody, then obviously the estate's going to sue you to collect damages for that wrongful death. So it'd be a wrongful death case, whatever. And it's an intentional tort too. So it's a tort, but it's an intentional tort. So, but because you were previously convicted, you can't go into that civil trial, say you're innocent, because a court has already concluded you're guilty. So it's almost like a slam dunk civil case. Really, it's just a matter of how much damages you're going to pay to the estate of the deceased, of your victim, So that's an example of collateral estoppel. Now, another estoppel is called promissory estoppel. I learned this from the CPA exam, which is an exception to the requirements there to be consideration in a contract. In order to have a contract, you need what do you need? Offer acceptance, consideration, capacity, and lawful purpose. Offer acceptance means I offer to do something. I mean, a contract can be written, it can be written or it can be verbal. Now, some contracts have to be written under the statutes of frauds, so, I mean, I'm not going to do statutes of frauds, but most time, if you're, say if it's a written contract, whatever, but so if there's no consideration, the consideration has to be legally sufficient. Now, acceptance is a doctrine of promissory estoppel, right? Like, if I say, if I tell, like, say, my neighbor, right? I mean, this is, this is like an example, right? I mean, I don't know if it's actually for it, but if I tell them, if you, if you enroll in college, I'll pay your first semester's tuition, right? So community college, right? If I tell my neighbor that, or send him an email to that effect, you pay, plus it's so there's evidence, so it's not a question. It's undisputable that I said it, okay? I did say it, okay? Because if it's a question of fact, I didn't say it, but say I said it. It's uncontroverted that I told my neighbor, hey, my neighbor who's like whatever, young, saying, hey, if you enroll in community college, I'll pay your first semester, right? So after you complete your first semester, I will reimburse you for your for the tuition of your first semester, right? So say she does that, right? And she has proof, as I sent her an email to that effect, right? I promise you that. So she enrolls in community college. She pays the tuition, she completes it, and she gets good, whatever. And she says, okay, hey, Jack Attack, you promised to pay. Here it is. Oh, no, 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 no. Hey, no, I just said that, but I don't want to do that. I'm changing my mind here, whatever. And plus, we had no contract. I mean, I wasn't getting anything out of it, so there was no consideration you're getting. What consideration? I don't care if you go to college or not, right? Now, if it was under the contract rule, yeah, but where I made a promise and she relied upon that, she could sue me under the doctrine of promissory estoppel, where I made a promise to reimburse her for her first semester's tuition. And she relied upon that and paid money for that. And now she wants to get reimbursed. So she could sue me under that doctrine, not because it's a violation of a contract, because there was no contract, but under the doctrine because I made a promise that she relied upon in good faith. And she has evidence of it. And in this hypothetical, I'm not disputing I made that promise, but now I'm trying to backpedal and say, well, I changed my mind. No. I can't, no. I am. Now, if I changed my mind before she enrolled and putting money up, then that's okay. So, you know what, I'm not going to do that. Then I would probably be okay. But where I didn't do that and she relied upon my promise and now is looking to hold me to that promise, I could be liable under the doctrine of promissory estoppel. And so a jury or a judge or a civil court, whatever, could rule I must pay her what I promised to pay her, that she, based on my promise to reimburse her under the doctrine of promissory estoppel. So that's another example of estoppel. There are other estoppels too, probably. Those are the ones that do collateral estoppel and promissory estoppel. All right. So that's another example of what Jack knows a lot. And plus, I remember collateral estoppel was this episode on Law and Order. It was an old episode in the 90s where, who was it? Actually, the guy, Michael Moriarty, was this before Sam Waterston took over. So I think it was Michael Moriarty's last season, I believe. And there was some guy, it was a guy actually, this guy was the heavy of the defendant was he was actually convicted of some murder, but there was evidence, I guess he didn't do it, and he got, but he did do it, but it was, I forget the whole plot, but the actor who played him was the guy, he was in a bunch of shit throughout I forget his name, he's got some Russian or some Eastern European name, I forget his name though, but he's been a bunch of stuff. He played I guess he played the magistrate in that episode, that show, True Blood, and he got killed by one of the crazy vampire guys. I forget the guy's name. He was also in the movie called Mass Appeal with Jack Lemmon. He played the young priest in Jack. There's a few other things he was actually, I think, in Homicide, Murder in the Street. I believe he played an 80 or state's attorney, assistant state's attorney, I think they call. He's been a bunch of, I forget his name, but he played the heavy though, and so he was. He used the term collateral estoppel. When he used the term collateral estoppel, I think his who was it? Jill Hennessy, who was whatever Moriarty's assistant, whatever his name was, said, he basically praised him when they were having whatever dinner or lunch, collateral estoppel, whatever. So, but he was actually the guy who was found out to be. he was discovered as being guilty and whatever, and for some other murder and that stuff. And Jack, I mean, Michael Moriarty character one, I forget the guy's name, but that was his last season in that show. Then Sam Waterston took over and dominated the show for the rest of the series, whatever. So that show was a long fucking time, let me tell you. So that's enough Law and Order talk and Collateral Estoppel talk. So anyway, so the house is empty now. My daughter's at work, and my wife's taking my son back to school. I just help with this stuff, but I've been relieved of this dude. Maybe because people are going to wreck. Hey, it's Jack Attack, and maybe doesn't want the whole Jack Attack attention drawn him. I don't know. Who cares? Whatever. That's fine. No problem here. So I'm probably going to go back to Oscars tonight, I think, and just sing some more. And I think I'll do some songs today. Maybe I'll take a nap. I just started some laundry earlier today, and I think it's 2 loads. Load A is in the wash. I've not moved load A to the dryer yet, but then I'll do the load A to the dryer, and then load B to the washing machine, and so we'll be halfway to paradise. So that's all I got. Stay warm, people, because it's fucking cold. It's sunny, but it's fucking cold out there, you know. And if you're watching any playoff games today, I think there are NFL playoff games today. I don't know who's playing. I know it's not the Patriots because they sucked last season or this season or whatever. They were really bad. And they were far from qualifying for the playoffs. So, in fact, they were so bad, their legendary coach of 24 years parted ways. So it was a bad season. And now they got Gerard Mayo leading the team. Pretty young guy, he's only 37, but you know, I guess he's young, but he's older. So anyway, that's all I got. So God, speed and God bless.